What is up, Flip Nation? It's your boy Anthony here, and today I'm going to be showing you how we take couches that people can't even pay to get rid of and turn them into ones that people will pay money for. So the first thing that we'll have to discuss is actually acquiring the couches. Now there's a multitude of ways that you can go about doing that, either by talking to your friends, family, even driving around seeing people who are just getting rid of their couches on the side of the street, as well as going on sites like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and so on. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into that because I will be doing a separate video on how we go about finding them, posting, and actually doing the whole process of selling and delivering them. Now in this video, because we're going to be talking about restoring the couches, we need to go over the requirements for picking them up. We need to make sure that it is first smoke and pet free. Mainly smoke free because the value is already gone when someone has smoked. Now with the pet hair, you do have to choose your battles. So depending on the couch and depending on how bad it is, it can be restored, but it also lowers the value of us being able to sell it and the likelihood because we cannot sell it as pet free. The next thing we focus on is making sure there are no rips or tears. Rips and tears are going to lower the value of the couch and therefore hinder you from being able to flip it for a higher profit. Now let's go over the supplies you'll need for cleaning the couches. The two main ones being water and electricity. Now for those of you who want to flip couches out of a storage unit, those are two things you have to take into account when you're talking about the cleaning process. Now because I do this at my house, I'm able to just use the water and the electricity here. Now as far as the extractor goes, this is the Bissell Pro Heat Power Brush. This was picked up at Lowe's, and I'll have all of the prices and links in the description down below. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and check it out. This is actually a larger head that we picked up, so that way we are able to do twice as much area and make it faster and more efficient. Now as far as the cleaning solution for the extractor, Bissell actually comes with their own cleaning products. I actually opt to make my own. Now for my homemade cleaning solution, I actually use white distilled vinegar and dish soap. I get both of these at Costco, and it's a great price to be buying this kind of stuff in bulk. Now that is what I call my one-step cleaning solution. If you do want to get a little bit fancy with it, you can use fabric softener. This was also purchased at Costco, and that way you can fill the tank up with water for a second time and just do a little bit of this. That is going to make the fabric soft and have a good smell. Now one thing you'll need when cleaning is some brushes. You can pick these up really anywhere. Just make sure with whatever fabric you're using on, you're going gentle and you're not scrubbing too hard to where you could ruin it. Now as far as the more difficult couches that have any debris, pet hair, dust that you want to take off before you do the extraction process, that's where the vacuum comes in. This is another Bissell. This is the Power Force, and you can use honestly any vacuum that will work just the same. If you need to get an extra go after you've done the vacuum, that's when you can use something like this lint roller. I got a pack of these from Costco as well. Now last thing on my supply list are towels. You can use any towel that will work to get dust and dirt off, and this is mainly used for wiping down the leather. Now once you've got all your supplies, we can start with the cleaning process. So let's start with a leather couch, for example. With one of those, I would first use the vacuum to get in between the cushions and behind them to get any dust, debris, and dirt out. Once you've done that, then you can take one of the towels, get a little bit of water, and wipe any of the excess dirt and dust off of the leather. And if there's any hard spots to get off, that's when you can just use a little bit of the dish soap. So that's pretty much all you'll need to do for a leather couch. So now let's say you're cleaning a fabric couch, and let's just say this one has pet hair. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to start with the vacuum, and we're going to go over it until we've got the majority of the pet hair vacuumed up. Once you've done that, then you can take the lint roller, and we're going to go over and clean the rest of it off. Once you've completed this step, now you're pretty much back at cleaning a regular fabric couch. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill your extractor up with the water, and then you're going to do our solution. Do a little bit of the vinegar and a little bit of the dish soap. And now what you want to do before you do anything is take a look at the couch and see where any troublesome areas or stains are on the couch. We'll turn on the extractor, and what we're going to do is we're going to pre-soak those areas. And then that's where the brushes come in. Once you've given each spot a good scrub, we'll turn the extractor back on, and we're going to extract those areas until the water runs clear. Now if the couch has the removable cushion covers, that's when you can decide to either throw them in the washer or extract them. Just remember that either one you do, they are both going to have to air dry, and if you take them off, it may be a little extra work taking them off and then putting back on again. So as you've got your cushion covers in the washer, or if you decided not to do that, we're going to put the cushions on the side. and we're gonna finish the rest of the couch first. So what I like to do is I like to pre-soak the rest of the perimeter of the couch. We're gonna go over it. So I go over the front, the back, underneath where the cushions are. So once you've done the perimeter, that's where I like to focus on the arms. With the arms, that's where you might have to give it a little bit more care than the outside of the couch, because that's where people are resting objects, their arms. And once you've done that, now all you have is the back cushions. Now with the back cushions, if they have removable covers, that's where you can decide to throw them in the wash as well, but most of them do not. So with these, the best thing to do is pre-soak them down, and then I like to extract them in an upwards motion. That way, when you're extracting them, you'll actually be able to get the max amount of liquid out. Now that you've extracted the base of the couch, now we're gonna focus on the cushions. So we'll do the perimeter of the cushions, and then we're gonna do the top and bottom the same. Once the couch is all extracted, it's pretty much ready to go. Now, like I said, if you wanna get a little fancy with it, and you wanna do a second step, that's where you can refill the tank with water and add a little bit of the fabric softener and do that all over again. Now once the couch is all done, all we have to do is let it dry. Now you can leave it outside in the sun, and that's your best option. Just make sure you don't leave it outside for too long, otherwise it may get sun damage, and if depending on what kind of bugs you have in your area, you don't want it to get infested with any bugs or termites. And if it's raining, you definitely don't want to leave it outside, because if it has any metal or wood, with the metal it can rust, and with the wood you don't want mold growing on the couch, because now the couch isn't worth anything. So once the couch is dry, you're ready to stage it, and now you're flipping couches. So that's it for this week's video. If you guys did enjoy, then smash that like button. Also subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I'm also more active on my other social media accounts down below, so check me out there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.